right, let's see if this is working now. And there we go. Yay. Sorry about that, y'all. Hopefully you can hear and see me. Wanted to go over a few things with everybody today. Thank you for joining one. Hope everybody had a good couple of weeks. Sorry I've been MIA, but the vacation was much needed. So right now, what I really want to talk about with everybody is the upcoming holiday season. I know it seems early and we see a lot of Christmas and July sales right now, and that's a wonderful thing. We want to see those, but we also want to start beginning to prepare ourselves for the holiday season as crafters and hand makers, even those folks who are just looking to start doing a little bit of shopping or getting ready to decorate their homes. One of the things we come across is trying to figure out what we are going to do, how we are going to decorate, how we are going to design for the upcoming holiday season. And even though it seems like it's a long ways away, it is not. Starting to prepare now will cause us less stress and give us more time with our families and friends when the season rolls around. Some of you know the selling season for Christmas does start in October. It is a mad dash in November, and then it kind of peters out that second week of December. So that's typically when I stop shipping, is the second week in December is my last week for shipping, and then after that I make sure I'm spending time with my friends and family. It also gives me time to help anybody who's had challenges with shipping or with anything else that has come up with packages that I have sent them. So those are my goals every year, is to have what I need ready to go every year for the holiday season. Give me just 1 second. Sorry about that. Updating some stuff on Facebook. Also trying to figure out where my dashboard is so I can see if there are any questions or comments. If you do have questions or comments, you may need to reach out to me via Facebook Messenger today. But I am here. I am live, and I am trying to take care of everybody and make sure that we all can see what is going on my life. All right, back to the holiday season. So the first thing we want to look at for holidays, one, is just make sure that you have everything that you need to start making. And that means planning. That means planning on what you're going to make. So once you've got your product line planned, you can then start looking at, what colors, what themes, what are my best sellers, and what kind of materials and what kind of designs do I need to have for that holiday season, and then kind of make a calendar of when you want to get stuff done. For me, if it's not on my calendar, it does not exist. So everything is time blocked and planned. I say everything, most of the time, everything is time blocked and planned. Half the time, I don't know what I'm doing on what day until I look at my calendar. So thank goodness for the calendar. Even my family has to time block time with me. And that's great because that means I have the time I need to do the things I need to do. The other thing you want to start thinking about is stocking up on materials early. So Christmas in July isn't just for us as crafters and sellers, it's for a lot of our vendors out there as well. Right now, we are in the midst of Amazon Prime Days. Go ahead and take advantage of those for any of the supplies that you may need for the holiday season. It's a good idea to start stocking up on that stuff now. The other thing to look at are, what are the trends going to be? Start doing your research. You never know what you're going to find that you can make or that you may want to make for the holiday season until you actually start doing it. But if you're looking at trends now, you'll have a better idea. So in order to plan your production line for 2025, you really want to make sure you're focusing on your best sellers. And right now, night lights and sun catchers have been a big thing for the spring. Last winter season, those are kind of phasing out. So we may want to look at different ornaments. What are some really cool things uh, that are going to grab people's attention? And one of the things I'm seeing more and more are these craft packages. Let me pull up this Etsy. Um, I think I saw a couple of our group members doing these kind of things, not just the digital file, but sending out these little crafty things that people can paint or do paint parties, or when they have family gatherings they can do together. You may want to offer something like this that has some uh, not optimization, customization to it. But these DIY crafts are a big seller during the holidays. So don't forget that. Don't feel like you have to finish everything you do. You can do some, take and paint packages for your upcoming shows. You can get the small 3 or 4 color paint packages with little brushes on Amazon. Again, super cheap. Looking at Prime Days now might help you with that. The other thing to look at doing as far as types of ornaments that you can take and make are things like the shaker ornaments. Let me see if I can find these. I have a feeling these are going to be really big this year, where you can, it has a hole in the top and you can fill it with whatever. So making this ahead of time, and then if you're doing on-site engraving, you can engrave these little pieces to put in there for people. You can offer them as customization for folks, and then send it unpainted so that they can paint it themselves. You can send it with an array of beads or ribbons as well, so they can kind of design their own. So really that take and make thing is kind of big for this year's Christmas. And I definitely suggest, if you're an ornament maker, or if you do shows, to do an ornament bar where they can make it there and then take it with them, or packages that they can take and put together or paint when they get home. That's just an idea. That's what I've seen trending through the little bit of research I've been doing over the last few weeks. But again, if you're going to start adding that to your product line, the other things you want to focus on are your best sellers. What did you sell best last winter? What can you do to improve it? What can you do to make it stand out? Does it need new photography? Does it need new designs or patterns on it? What can you do to make your bestseller from last year better for this year? Also, make sure you're planning on who you're selling to. Are you selling to people who are using these as decorations for their homes? Are you selling to moms that want a really cool kid event where they make their own stuff? Are you selling to moms that have newborns? Are you doing really cool bows? Are you selling hats to dads? What are you selling and who are you selling to? So kind of narrowing that down before the holiday season and just picking 1 or 2 people to direct your best products to. Again, it's going to help reduce that stress. It's going to help the amount of materials you buy, and it's also going to help you have proven sellers that actually sell for you, that you can really work on and make sure that they are the best they can be. The other thing you want to do is limit new designs. If you have a few proven ideas, that is great. Use those. If you want to add a couple of things, just add a couple of things. If you start making 10 new designs in September and October, it can become very overwhelming. You don't have time to really hone in that craft or that product. And what that's going to do, again, it's going to stress you out. It's going to cost you money and materials. It's going to take time away from things that you could be making in batches and selling that sells well. So again, focus on your best sellers, limit your new designs, and then start batch making. If you know that you've got time that you're going to be designing something new and your laser's not running, throw on sheets of material that you can just cut a bunch of circles, something that you don't have to watch. If you've got If you know you're going to sell 100 ornaments at an upcoming show 3 months from now, why not cut out the back circles for those now so that you can paint them later? It's just one less thing you've got to do, and you can do it while you're sitting there designing something. Just trying to kind of get ahead of that stuff. Once you've got your product line planned, one of the big things you can absolutely do is start a calendar. And I mean like a completely separate calendar that you want to have available to you for the holiday season, and starting kind of now. So putting that countdown calendar together and setting up some deadlines is very, very important. So having all your photography done for your Etsy, your website, for Facebook, whatever it is you're selling, having photography ready by mid-September, which means you need to have some things to sell or things done by mid-September, is crucial if you want to hit like heavy Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales. So shooting for mid-September to have all your photography done on your proven product sellers, anything that you've changed on those, and any new designs that you're doing. Again, that's another reason to keep your new designs to a minimum, is to, when you start to go do photography and listing stuff, it's less to do. You want to have any new listings live for Etsy, for your website, for Facebook by October 1st. You want to start getting into those algorithms so that as people are searching, they're finding your stuff more and more. They may not be ready to purchase October 1st, but if they see it over and over again and see your stuff more and more, they will remember it when they are ready to purchase at the end of October and into November. So having all your listings live by October 1st is a really good goal to set. You want to set that last shipping date. I just talked about this for mid-December. The second Saturday in December is my last shipping date all the time. Again, this gives you time to take care of anybody you've got to take care of. UPS and FedEx and USPS, they do not have the people that we need them to have to get everything there on time and in order and not broken and not lost. And these things happen, and it's not their fault. We are sending stuff last minute and expecting somebody else to bail us out when a package gets lost. So in order to not go through that stress, not to stress yourself out, not to stress your customers out, make sure you set your last ship date to that second week in December. I know everybody wants to make that little bit more money at the end, but it's going to cause you more stress, and it's generally not going to be worth the money. And it's going to stress out your customers. So make sure that you are taking care of your customers first so that they come back next year. A great way to earn more money in the following years is to treat your customers that you have now right. Treat them right now, build that relationship, help them with issues that they have or challenges that they're coming by now so that they buy from you next year, instead of trying to gain 10 more sales and irritate or upset 5 customers because you don't have time to take care of any missed packages or damaged packages that have gone out. As far as your countdown calendar goes, you should be ordering materials for the holiday season now. Again, Christmas in July isn't just for us, it's also for our vendors. So if you're ordering your materials now, chances are you're going to get some pretty good deals. You'll get those Christmas and July deals. You can stock up in bulk on things now and just buy the little things that you need down the road. And that way you have a better handle on your budget and more planned items to make. So ordering your woods, acrylics, packaging, glue, shipping supplies, extra shipping supplies. I hate getting to the end of a run and just realizing, oh my goodness, I don't have any more boxes. They're going to take 3 days to get here, and I have 2 days to ship this stuff. So make sure that you are stocking up now, and make sure that you're ordering a little over when it comes to shipping and packaging supplies. Ordering in October and November, ordering these things is going to just cause you panic and stress which is going to affect how you create and how you craft. It can affect your health, it can affect your family. So don't do that to yourself. Start ordering now, or at least start getting your list of what you need to order together now and order next month. Do not wait until October to order your woods, acrylics, packaging, glue, shipping supplies, ribbons, all of that stuff. Start thinking about it now. Update your listings too, not just getting your listings online, but make sure you're updating them. Start updating them now. Start thinking about adding your product photos in a warmer light. Right now we're using a lot of cool colors. We're using a lot of beach themes and summer themes and sunsets. Start thinking about adding keywords like holiday gifts and holiday decor and stocking stuffer. And if you start that now, especially if you have a lot of Etsy or website listings, if you start doing this kind of stuff now, you can get ahead of that and start being part of the first people seen when people start shopping for the holidays. A really good way to do this, I've got a link to this somewhere. I can send it if anybody's interested. There is an app called Vella. I love Vella. You can actually do all of this stuff now and schedule it to update in September or October. It's just a really good idea to start thinking about these things and getting all this administrative stuff out of the way now too, so that you can start building and creating and crafting when you need to. Start doing teasers too. Start doing teasers for sales, sneak peeks, stuff like that. Start that in August and September. Send out social media, send out an email, put stuff on social media that tells people that Christmas is coming. Here's the countdown, 100 days, whatever it is. And start getting people excited about what you've got coming out for the holiday season. If you start this now, start getting email addresses, start getting people excited about what you've got going on or what you've got coming along, then you will find that your list grows and that your customers grow this year, and they'll start asking for custom items. If you do custom items, I do sometimes, I don't all the time, but they'll start asking for them sooner. If you are out there now talking about it, then they'll be talking to you about it more, because you're going to appear to be more ready for the holiday season, more professional, more apt to take on some really cool projects for people. If you are starting to talk about it now or next month, like I said, by August, September, you want to start doing sneak peeks and talking through your email and through social media about the upcoming holidays. So I know that's a lot to get started, and it gets really overwhelming at times when we get into the season. So the big thing is to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and you can start by setting realistic goals for yourself, setting cutoff dates, and sticking to those things. Limited quantities. When I have one specific clock that I sell on Etsy. It is my biggest seller. I do it every year, and I make about 25 of them. I make them upfront and I sell it at limited quantities. And that's it. Once the 25 are gone, they're gone. They're tough to make. They're hand painted. They're hand assembled. We do a lot of sanding with them. They come out beautiful, and I can also get a premium price for them. It's probably one of my highest marked up items that I have, but I set a limited quantity and I set a cutoff date for them. And that one product usually carries about half of my income for that specific Etsy shop for the holiday season, for October, November, and December. And I never stress about it, because by the end of October, I've got them made, I've got them put together, I've got them photographed, and I've got them listed. And once they're gone, they're gone. And I don't stress over it. So making sure you're taking care of yourself by doing things ahead of time, set limited quantities, setting cutoff dates. If you're doing digital stuff, prep your automations for listings now, so that you are, if you're using like Shopify, you can set a date to when these listings go live and people can just grab them and go, so that you don't have to worry about them. So you should be making some of those now setting them up to drop on certain dates. So setting up those automations will help you too. If you are doing craft fairs, I know this is craft fairs big time of year. You make a lot of money on it. I did see somebody ask earlier this week about doing a craft fair like the last week of December or the week before Christmas. I'm not a fan. If it's a proven craft fair that does very well and you can talk to 4 or 5 vendors and they're like, yeah, this is our best. We make thousands of dollars. We always make our money back. The traffic is amazing. Then do it if you want to. It would stress me out. I won't do them that late. Again, most people are done shopping for Christmas by the second week of December. If they're shopping the third week of December, they're stressed out and they are looking for probably something that they cannot get at that time, which is usually a custom piece. So if you're doing craft shows, make sure you're setting up a cutoff date for those as well. But you can start prepping your signage for the holiday craft shows. You can start getting packaging together for holiday craft shows. You can start putting your booth together for holiday craft shows and doing some runs. Um, some basic runs outside in your yard while the weather is nice and setting up for a holiday craft show. And that way, when it comes time to do those shows, you are prepared. Well, I hope this was informative to everybody, and I really do apologize. It looks like my Q&A did not pop up on Facebook, but regardless, give this a watch, give it a read, take a look, start doing research on Etsy, on what's selling, what are good sellers, see what's coming up in trends. It looks like some big and beautiful bold colors are going to be available this year, or bold colors are going to be what's on in season this year. And then, big items like big bows and bigger oversized ornaments look like they're going to be on trend as well. Again, I hope this was informative. If you guys have questions, just give me a shout. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Thanks, guys.